Now that we have our gauges and our wires laid out, it's time to actually put all the ends on the wires and actually finalize the loom. All right, so we're getting close. So there's 3 main looms, one here and then 2 here. And actually this is not even going to this area. I'm routing it to a switch panel that's off to the side. So I'm actually gonna keep this separated and not even in this loom. So I got everything wired up, daisy chained as much as possible. And then I got some extra wires that I'm not using. That I'm going to keep full length and just kind of bundle up and put into the loom. And the last thing I kind of have to figure out is, you know, they got all these Ys and stuff like that going on, and this has to do with possibly if you had turn signal switches or something in your dash, but also it also does the LEDs for your turn lights. And so I kind of have to sift through this and double check and make sure that I'm not getting rid of something, but you know, one chunk at a time, and then slowly figure it out and reread and double check. I looked at it all before, but you know, an hour later, I don't remember. So too many greens and blues and yellows and browns. So that's what I'm going to dig into next, and hopefully clean this up. All right, there we have it. I had it all together, and then I saw one missing, and I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot something!" And then it was dangling over here, and I was like, "Oh, okay, put it back in." So I got everything wired up, and then between this extra harness and these 2 wires here, we got your left and right turn signal LEDs, which these are both green, and this one wire is going to. This is your headlights, or your high beams are on, blue light. And so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I'm thinking I might just have the 3 of them here, which is directly behind the steering wheel. I think that's the easiest, so it all just stays on this harness and it's on the dash. And then this goes over to my light switch, which actually is right in this area. But I don't think this is going to be long enough, so I made that extra harness, which is fine. So we should be good there. So supposedly this is all working. Now the question is how well is my little system going to be here to clamp this dash down? Can I actually get my hand in under the dash, past the wires, and actually lock that in? I don't know. We will see. And you know, because of the brake lines are over in this area, this one's actually a hassle to get to the bolt. I would love to redo those brake lines so they weren't up in the air like they are. Man, but they're already bent into place, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we're not taking the dash in and out 10 times. Of course, everybody that's built one of these already says, I took the dash out 10 or 9 times. And I'm kind of like, no, I'm not doing it. So, you know, it will go in once, you know, to test the car and drive it for a few hundred miles. It will come out, it will get painted, and then it will go in once. And that's the way I believe it's going to go. So we'll see. And then over here we got our switch panels. This is our center console. So we got our up and downs. We got the on button for the AC. This is actually a latching switch that lights up. These are all momentary. This is my new reverse trigger. And then we're going to have our light switch. And that, you know, that's a big hunking switch. So I had to throw it up to fit it in here, which is crazy. And this one I can't bring down lower because, you know, you need to be able to get your hand in there to actually turn the key. And if it's too low, you can't do it. And then this is a USB charger, and all the rest of the stuff is wired into the car already. So I have to bring this out and pop that stuff through there. And I'm not going to actually put the actual center console in temporarily right now. I'm just having this so nothing shorts out, or, you know, I get the lay of the land, if you will. And then these are my reverse lights, which need to be cut up and, you know, soldered a second set of wires on it. But I'm going to wait until the last second for that because those parts need to be painted. And I'm thinking a little that I might change a little bit of a shade on the car, shade of color. So nothing drastic, but enough to create some pop between a few different colors. So we will see what happens with that. That's something I got to decide. I don't know, maybe in the next two months. If I decide sooner, then I could actually pre-paint some of this stuff and put it on the car. So we will see about that. But all in all, it's coming out pretty good. You know, the other thing after I got done with this, and I didn't actually shorten this much. I mean, maybe 2 inches or something with the, you know, because a lot of these wires go way out here. And so I cut some of these wires, but the reality is I only cut these wires maybe an inch or so. But it's like, is my harness going to make it to the dash? Do I have to get extenders for this? We will see. So that's going to be a challenge when I go to wrap all this stuff underneath the center console and try to, you know, under the dash and try to get this all put away, is to make sure, because I think right now these are to the left side of, or, you know, the passenger side of my transmission, kind of mid-range down, and they really need to be up on top. So, but, you know, the car's pretty small, so maybe that's totally enough. I don't know. It's hard to have perspective when it's not in the car. So, in any case, that's it for this one. Appreciate it. Have a great day.